Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Alright, we're going to look at a full body mortise lock here. In our industry we generally call this the 3572, meaning full body mortise lock, but the actual part number for this particular one is the MS2600 SS. MS2 is the same terminology. It's used for locked-on and, well, what used to be Kaba, but now it's DORMAKABA. So MS2, basically multi-function primary mortise lock. Now I do like these Dorma ones, and I also do like the locked-on ones. They're made in the same factory, really. But anyway, let's go through and just have a look at what's in the kit. Put that there. We use this like little bit of dirty bench here. Alright, so you've got two of these pins right here. These are used for retaining the cylinder. I'll show you here. So here is your lock here. You would take these black caps out. That's where your 570 cylinder goes in. You put your cylinder in and use one of these pins to retain it. And likewise when you want to pull it out. So they give you two of those pins. They also give you this insert cam here. So on the inside of the lock, a lot of people have what's known as a turn switch to turn the lock on and off. This is what this cam does. So you put that in there on a bit of a funny angle, you get it in there, and then you put in your retainer, and then with your turn snip on the inside of the door, you would marry that up to this star configuration. And when that turns, it locks the lock and unlocks the lock. Quite simple. These black cases are just in there. This is your striker plate keeper box. So generally, depending on how you're mounting it, this would be mounted into the door frame underneath your striker plate. Here is your striker plate, so you would install that underneath there to make it look nice and sexy, and so that you can't see any growling out of the wood underneath. Stainless steel striker plate, quite nice. They include your stainless steel face plate, so once your lock is all in the door, this would be below the surface, and then you would mount your plate over the top like so. And this plate here would be flush to the edge of the door, so when the lock is fitted, you'd be able to run your finger from here to the wood of the door like that, and it'll be 100% flush. And that's what it looks like there. Quite nice. Alright, let's moving on. To attach this lock to the door, you have some screws here, wood screws, top and bottom. Once you're happy with your cylinders and everything's mounted in and you want to mount your face plate, you've got some little tiny metal screws with a little bit of Loctite there. One goes there, one goes there. Nice and easy. This is one thing that I notice a lot of people do wrongly. It includes two spindles and springs. Now these spindles, you just simply push the spring on there like that, and you put it inside the handle. The idea behind this spring is that it goes and it drives this square section here so that you can undo the lock. Is that locked? Might be in the locked position. Yeah, it's in the locked position. But that is how the spring is meant to be in the door. The handle goes like this, and as the handle goes on, it pushes the spring and keeps pressure on this spindle so that it's always attached and always in the lock to drive it. I've seen many people do this, and they're wondering why their springs are not working and why their handle's not working. It's because they go like that. Alright, so you put one on one side, one on the other side, and you come through with your handles from both sides. Some notable functions here, which you might want to notice, is that you can have either side locking and one side, you can have either side locking and unlocking. So on some doors, it is a requirement to have the inside is always free. So you can do that with this little switch right here, and it says this side locking, this side locking, this side unlocking. Okay, you can have them both locked or unlocked. It's whichever way you want there. The next thing you can have as well is what they call a push-off or kick-off function. So let's say that you've got this set up. You've got this set up on a door where you want to use the key to lock it. When the lock slams, it'll put it in the unlocked state. So if you open up the door, lock it, and slam it, it'll go back to unlock. You also can have it where you pull the handle down and it will actually put the lock in an unlocked state as well. I did that recently on a toilet where they go into the bathroom, they turn it, it goes click, and when they grab the handle, they pull down, it puts the lock in the unlocked state, meaning that they don't have to go unclick to get out. It's like a panic situation. You could just grab that handle and bang, you're straight out. So that's why it's so good, because it's configurable in all different ways. Internal locked, internal, external unlocked, kick-off, anti-panic, all these sorts of things that you can do with it. And it's as simple as just configuring this part here and this part here. Looking at the body of the case, yes, it is made from stainless steel. It does have a fire rating as well. It's starting to look a little bit cheap and nasty in the manufacturing, like it used to be a little bit more refined on the finish. But on saying that, these guys are big guys. I think they know what they're doing. Alright, so there's the lock. There's all our parts that come with the lock. Let's not forget our instructions here. So we've got mortise fitting instructions. not much fun. You've got to get a speedball and churn it all the way out. So there's your instructions there. It's telling you to use mark it all out, chisel your faceplate, use a speedball over and over again, and then you have to annihilate what the speedball doesn't take out. On the edge of the door, you're talking 60mm to the center here. This would be a cylinder, that would be your handles, and basically, yeah, you just drill a couple of holes there, 22mm holes, and you're pretty much good to go. The only other thing you might need is to bolt, depending on how your handles are bolted. Handles are not included. Normally there's a hole there, a hole there, or a hole at the top, a hole at the bottom. But that's your layout, that's your template. I would generally allow, if you're doing this by hand and you've got the right speedballs and chisels, I generally allow about an hour and a half to install one of these to do a nice, neat, tidy job. They take a lot of time. There are jigs out there, but not a lot of people have those jigs or have those jigs set up. Alright, so it's telling you about the handing of the door here, and then it's going through all the cams. None of these cams are included. These are all additional options. A lot of locks do come with cams as well, such as your standard W cam and your standard Z cam and X cam and things like that. X cam, but there's the whole list of the cams right there. So there's a lot of them. They all do different functions. You've got your instructions. It's telling you on how to put it together. Nice and easy to read. It's telling you on how the cams go. So there you go. Nice, clear, readable instructions in English. Show you all the accessories, show you everything. So that's included in with the box. So this lock is available from our lock shop. Just type in MS2. Look, if you're trying to decide between a Lockton lock or a DORMAKABA lock, there's no difference. If you're deciding between a Lockwood lock and this lock, you'll probably find that this lock's more cheaper and does the exact same functions. These locks are rock solid. We've been using them commercially on fire doors for a long time, and we have no troubles with them whatsoever. So they are a rock solid mortise lock. Everything you need is in the kit. The only thing that's not included in with the kit is your cylinder and your handles. So they're all optional. Handles are called lock furniture, and the cylinders are under cylinders. So don't know why, but generally they don't come as a kit. We do have some of these locks that do come as a kit, where we've got them with handles and all that sort of stuff. So mortise lock kits, if you wanted to look that up on our website, you can see them as a kit, where it might just save you the time of having to go here, there and everywhere and adding all these products to your cart. And that's our little look over the DORMAKABA MS2602-SS multi-function primary mortise lock. Good little lock, that one. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.